Jury questioning was back in session today for the dual jury trial of Paul and Ruben Flores in connection with the 1996 murder of Cal Poly student Kristen Smart. Last Monday, the selection process was delayed due to a health concern among one of the trial participants. We will get to what happened today in just a minute. First, though, we want to tell you how we got to this point. Paul and his father Ruben were arrested last April in connection with the disappearance of Kristen Smart more than 26 years ago. A weeks-long preliminary hearing wrapped up in September, and the judge ruled there was enough evidence to uphold the charge of murder against Paul and accessory after the fact against Ruben. In March, the same judge granted the defense's change of venue motion, saying he believed it was not likely the pair would get a fair and impartial trial in San Luis Obispo County. Not much took place until early June when Paul and Ruben made their first court appearances in Monterey County during pretrial motion hearings. With those now complete, the trial continues into the jury selection phase. Now, KSBY's Neil Hebert has more on what happened in court today.
Paul Flores was back in court Monday with his lawyer Robert Sanger for the second round of jury questioning. Of the original pool of more than 1,500 potential jurors, roughly 270 remained in Paul's pool. 20 jurors will ultimately be chosen for his case and another 20 in his father's. Video and audio cannot be recorded during the proceedings for this case, and photos were not allowed Monday, where the courtroom was packed with potential jurors. After a one-page questionnaire was handed out to those summoned to pinpoint who has a hardship and are not fit to serve on the jury, Judge Jennifer O'Keefe excused more than 120 jurors in the morning session, while others claimed hardship were asked to return for further questioning in the afternoon. Several jurors cited religious and personal beliefs on the justice system as reason for their inability to serve. In the afternoon session, San Luis Obispo County Deputy District Attorney Chris Pavrell questioned prospective jurors on whether they would feel any sympathy toward Paul during the trial, among other questions like whether they would be able to take into account possible evidence in the case. Paul's attorney Robert Sanger asked the jury pool whether they would be able to reserve their judgment until the end of the case, citing the prosecution giving opening statements and questioning witnesses first during the trial. Questioning for Paul's jury will continue throughout the week until the 20 have been chosen. The second round of juror questioning for Ruben Flores' jury could start the week of July 11th. Reporting in Salinas, Neil Hebert, KSBY News.
And before last week's postponement, opening statements were scheduled to begin July 6th. The new date has not yet been announced. And you can stick with KSBY as we will continue to follow every step of this case, both on air and online at KSBY.com. We have a special section on our website called the Kristen Smart Case, where you can find the most up-to-date information.